welcome back to the Business Pulse podcast from Katbotz, where we dive deep into our latest tech innovation here. In this episode, we're taking you behind the scenes of a project we're incredibly proud of, the CFO Dashboard. We'll talk about why it matters, what went into building it, and the complexity we faced, and what we learned. To get us started, we're joined by CEO of Katbotz, Ashish, one of the minds behind the vision. I'm Ray. I'm a recent graduate at Boston University, and I'm an AI and marketing specialist here at Katbotz interning. We're also joined by Arav, Rahul, and Shu.
Hi, Ray. It's so nice to see you all here. So much youthful energy around me. And definitely, I've been around for about 20 years in the business consulting space and been part of like a lot of big consulting firms and learned a lot over there. And now looking forward to learning and growing with you all. So I'll pass it on to Arav to share his intro.
Hi everyone, my name is Arav. I'm currently in my third year of undergrad, majoring in computer science and a minor in business at St. Mary's University, Halifax, Canada. Right now, I'm working as a cloud ERP automation engineer at Katbotz, and it's been around 8 months ever since I've joined the team. It's been an exciting challenge blending business context and advanced tech, and I'm really looking forward to how this project goes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shubh, and I've done my Master of Science in Business Analytics from Arizona State University. And right now, I'm working as a data analyst at Katbotz since January. It's been a very exciting journey for me as well, learning new things every day, getting exposed to SAP, and I'm looking forward to the future.
Hi everyone, my name is Rahul, also a graduate from Arizona State University. I did my degree in computer engineering and I specialize in AI. So chatbots, computer vision, deep learning, I might have probably done it or will be planning to do it. So yeah, happy to be here and looking forward to seeing how this project goes.
Yeah, thank you all for your time today. I really appreciate you coming and talking about the CFO Dashboard. Ashish, let's start with you. Why the CFO Dashboard? What sparked this idea?
I think, Ray, it seemed like the most obvious thing to do because I've been doing like finance transformation for the past 20 years with a lot of the large organizations. And I've seen like how the finance organization has transformed over the years, right? And with all the new technologies coming in front of us, like AI, agentic AI, Gen AI, predictive AI, and there's all sort of AI, So guess what? We got to bring the best to our CFOs and help them solve their complex problems they are facing in running these large organizations, multinational organizations with complex problems, right? So essentially, I have been a finance transformation guy all my life. So it made sense for me to use a obvious use case. I'm sure we as a team are going to come up with many use cases in the future, right? However, like the CFO dashboard is going to bring the best of tech, help solve the business problems that are out there. In our current model, we are bringing in intelligent data, which is the reliable source of data from outside. We are bringing in AI, combining the power of SAP suite of products and help bring this all data together for us to be able to then provide a tool to the CFO and to the finance organization to take their businesses further. We are at the initial stages. We're not like finally a product out there. The idea is there. We made very significant progress. There's a lot of development that the team has done. I'm super excited and proud of that. And definitely from where we started, right, and to where we are at, it's been an exciting journey. So I'm looking forward to what this holds for us. Yeah.
Most definitely. Thank you so much for sharing. Now let's bring Arav in here. How did we approach this foundation?
Absolutely, Ray. At a high level, this was all about integration. We needed a robust and scalable architecture that could unify data from both SAP systems and third-party data sources. For that very reason, SAP BTP became our core foundation. As you can see in our architecture diagram, we start with the data sources that connect to our system using secure HTTPS protocols. This gives us a standardized and secure way to bring external financial data into our ecosystem. Within the SAP BTP environment, we've implemented Cloud Foundry as a runtime layer. This hosts several critical components, including SAP HANA Cloud, which is a primary database management system, SAP Business Application Studio, which we've been using as a cloud native IDE, and integration suite for seamless data flows. One of the technical innovations we're proud of is a Flask API implementation that's currently being run within Cloud Foundry. On the right side of our architecture, you'll notice SAP Cloud Identity Service managing our authorization processes. It plays a central role in securing our systems by handling access controls for both SAP BTP and SAP Analytics Cloud. This unified authorization layer ensures consistent access control and security from the very start. Moving on, Rahul, would you mind giving everyone a more detailed explanation as to how things are done in the backend?
Sure, Aaron. Thanks for the great explanation about the architecture. And I'll pick up from the integration side of things, specifically how we are bringing in the external data, connecting it with our SAP systems using the Flask application. So the key piece here is that the Flask app that we have developed handles the communication with the external financial APIs. It's designed to be dynamic. That is, you can choose the integration mode, specify which HANA schema and table you want to use, and even set up a timeout based on how long the API might take to respond. This flexibility really helps us when dealing with different data sources and workloads. Now, what's important here is where this app actually lives. So we have deployed it in our SAP BTP using Cloud Foundry. This gives us a stable and scalable environment without having to manage the infrastructure manually. So the Cloud Foundry takes care of the runtime in the backend. So our focus stays on building and improving the logic and not on maintaining the servers. Now going on to the UI side of things, once the user kicks off an integration job, say to pull in ratios like gross margin or current liabilities, the Flask app calls the external API, processes the data, and pushes it straight into the HANA Cloud. It's a more direct and secure flow because the app is cloud native and it's easy to update or expand as our needs grow and we need to scale the application further. We've also handled smart handling for the edge cases. So if an API takes too long to respond or returns incomplete data, the app uses the timeout settings and logs the issue. So we don't have like silent failures. This kind of resilience is important, especially as we scale and we have more use cases for the API and we are bringing in more data. So in short, the Flask app running using Cloud Foundry acts like a pretty reliable bridge to from the external data world all the way to our SAP infrastructure. So Shuk, would you like to talk more about how the front end looks like for the users?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Rahul. So, to kick off the CFO dashboard, we began by selecting a group of publicly listed companies across different sectors to enable a comparative analysis of key financial indicators. The idea was not just to visualize the internal metrics, but to build a benchmarking tool that could simulate how CFOs evaluate the company's position relative to their peers. We sourced the financial data from an industry trusted external platform and standardized it across all firms to ensure consistency in measurement. To bring the dashboard to life, we selected SAP Analytics Cloud as the core visualization and analytics platform because it was a strategic choice because of its native integration with SAP HANA Cloud, allowing real-time connectivity without the need of scheduled data loads. It's got multiple advanced analytics features such as variance analysis and trend forecasting. So the current version of the CFO dashboard presents a comprehensive side-by-side comparison of multiple companies across key financial dimensions. It includes visualizations for liquidity ratios, net income, revenue growth, and free cash flow, along with the benchmark tables and efficiency maps. Charts like the profitability versus growth chart and the operating cash flow breakdown allow for intuitive peer analysis, while the financial strength leaderboard ranks firms based on composite performance metrics. By combining structured financial data with interactive visuals, the dashboard helps the CFOs identify outliers, trends, and risks across their peers. So looking ahead, we plan on taking the project further by deploying the dashboard through SAP Build Apps, which would allow us to create a more customized and interactive user interface layered over the SSE content. Using Build Apps, we can develop role-specific experiences for CFOs, controllers, and FP&A professionals, enabling each user to focus on the metrics most relevant to their function. Over time, we also plan on integrating ML and AI features such as predictive forecasting and anomaly detection as well. While there are dozens of financial metrics available, the challenge was in narrowing down to a concise, meaningful set that would serve the needs for a CFO without overwhelming the user. The project gave us a very deep understanding of how SAP BTP works, and we're looking forward to explore further as we go.
Wow, that's amazing, Shub. That's really cool.
So, before we wrap up, what's one piece of advice you'd give to anyone starting a similar SAP project?
So Ray, one of the biggest lesson we learned was like we should never underestimate the setup phase. Even for our team, we spent the first few weeks aligning the team, properly activating SAP BTP services, and also setting up user roles. Looking back, that upfront effort was very critical. We also quickly realized how important documentation is, so we created detailed service activation checklists and maintained clear documentation from the very start. That foundation saved us a lot of time and helped us to keep the team aligned.
So, anything, Shub or Rahul, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I wanted to say that, if you're building a dashboard, it should, I mean, no matter how good it looks, it's pretty much useless if it doesn't answer the questions that people actually have. So, and there should be a proper story to tell.
That's great.
Yeah, and make sure to do lots of testing. No matter how good the API works, no matter how good the application works, make sure to cover all the use cases so that you don't have problems after the deployment.
Great, great, Rahul. Thanks, Rahul, Arav, Shub, and Ray for this amazing, amazing walkthrough and presentation, right? I personally had not seen it so much closely, and I got to actually experience it firsthand in a much more deeper way. My personally, I feel like you guys have come a long way, right? And you are taking this to the next stage. I'm sure there are going to be many other opportunities that are going to come your way, right? But super proud of that. Just a message to people who are listening and who are still kind of, in the maybe on the sidelines, just watching and waiting to learn SAP. Please feel free to reach out to these guys, and I'm sure they'll tell you something, And if anyone wants to dive deeper, feel free to ping us. We'd love to do that. The other thing I want to also thank SAP, because SAP has given us the opportunity to be a SAP open ecosystem partner. So we also, took the SAP systems, and obviously, like you've seen, like all the team members have access to SAP systems. So definitely big thanks to them. And also thanks to our clients and to our team Katbotz, because they are obviously supporting us behind the scenes in many ways, and which help us make this thing make these learnings and things that we can make it happen. So I'll pass it back to Ray so she can wrap it up, and share what's coming up next.
Definitely. Thank you, Ashish. That's a wrap on our episode today. A huge thanks to the Katbotz team for sharing the behind the scenes of the CFO Dashboard project. It was a great time just chatting about it, learning more, and gaining more knowledge about this subject. If you're curious to see what we're building, please feel free to visit katbotz.com. And if you like this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your team. We're just getting started. And in the next episode, we'll talk more about our hybrid development approaches and more. Thank you again for your time, and thanks for listening. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.